price of a flagon of rice. The wind buffs the cabin. You speak of your life. Oh, more willing to locust the
All right, I'm turning that off quick because I don't want to get another copyright strike for playing fish. So that's all you get for now. Maybe a last little brief one here. Ready?
Confuse what you can of the ending. And revise your despise. So it
because I keep getting copyright strikes, and they actually completely blocked one of my videos because of that. But really, I'm really happy with my sponsor, Gorilla Trades, because I took their advice on Costco. Costco was up like 4 yesterday, so that worked out nicely. My buddy, who's been on the Facebook train forever, convinced me to get back in. That was up 4 yesterday. I decided to reestablish. I was talking about this before. I decided to reestablish a calendar spread in Tesla after earnings, because I wanted to avoid the possible Vega crush. And it looks like we got a little bit of a Vega crush, although I would have been okay because I was pretty long deltas down around 300. I was long like 50 deltas, up $50. I was probably short at 349 where it went out yesterday. I would have been short, but I would have been long most of the way up, so it probably would have worked. But regardless, Tesla now was up $49 yesterday, closed 349. Maybe it was up 48. And it let's take a look at the chart here really quick for Tesla. So my feeling was to fade the rally a little bit, and so I decided I would buy a calendar spread centered around a little bit lower strike, so that if it gave backs a little bit of that rally, then I'd be perfectly sort of centered. So let me move myself out of the way so you can see the chart a little bit better here. So here's the spike yesterday. I centered myself around the 330 strike, so I'm basically flat deltas, but I'm it shows me short like 12 deltas up here. But if it gets back to the 330 strike, I'll be flat, completely flat deltas there, collecting like $70 a day. So I like that. It's not a huge position, but we'll see how it goes. It was working ahead of earnings, and I took it off for earnings and put it back on. Facebook, I'm long the 175, 185 call vertical. It was up $5 yesterday, so that helps a lot. As far as the VIX up 12 cents today, and as you could expect, futures are down after essentially VIX is down a lot over the last 24 hours. So little pop today, but just kind of if you take it in context of the last 24 hours, it's actually down quite a bit. And futures in contango of, I think it's almost 7%, but let's take a look at VIX Central to see what sort of contango we have going here. Remember, you can do this calculation on your own, but yeah, 7.6% contango currently for the our buddy, the VIX term structure. And I was invited to go back on to the Options Insider Radio today. So catch me on the Options Insider Radio today. You can find that at mixlr.com/options insider. So mixlr.com/options insider. So you can see that. Check me out at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Central Time, with the whole gang for volatility views, and we have some trades for you that occur this week and other stuff, which I won't talk about until you watch the show. So that's a little teaser for you. That's how they do things in the real media world, with a little teaser. So coming forward to the weekend, UVXY indicated down about 10 cents here, and I really think next week will be the week that we crash through that all-time low of 856. We did get a nice down move yesterday to play. I did see somebody selling SEP 9.5 calls kind of at the top yesterday with UVXY right around 998. Someone came in and sold 800, a lot of SEP 9.5 calls. I think that was probably just a delta play. Now it's not that exciting to me, UVXY right here, just because not that much is going on. If you do check on seekingalpha.com for the latest balance of trade article, which is the market volatility bulletin from, I believe it's the day before yesterday. Adam discusses how there's a divergence between the actual realized volatility of UVXY and the option prices. Option prices being higher than the actual realized volatility, and getting that that difference getting bigger. Do check that out. He's talking about how it might be significant that maybe somebody knows something that's why options prices are higher than realized volatility right now. My take on it is actually just that it's a function of the price of UVXY getting so cheap that just a percentage higher in implied volatility pops up on a graph as being much bigger than it is in real dollar terms. In real dollar terms, there really isn't that much meat on the bone for UVXY as far as I'm concerned right now, and so I don't really see. I don't attach as much significance to this divergence between implied volatilities in the option and realized volatility in UVXY. There's also been a bunch of Twitter stuff out there lately. Well, not a bunch, but there's been some Twitter stuff out there saying that like this is kind of like a coiled up spring, and we might get a spike soon because it seems like a coiled up spring, but I don't really see it that way. I mean, you've got, vols are low, but that would make sense. I mean, look at this chart of the E-minis for 180 days. I mean, it's on the highs. And so it just makes sense to me that volatility would be low. I don't see this as like a coiled up spring. I mean, of course, if we get a big sell-off in the equities, then volatility is going to spike. But I don't see any like specific kind of like over leveraging or something that appears like something's just about to happen. I don't see any impending doom right this second. I mean, that being said, I don't have a position in the VIX right now myself. So if it was to be, and if you've been riding it all the way down, then by all means keep riding it. But to put on a big position right here with the VIX, it's been bouncing. The VIX hasn't really gotten lower than into the 11s in a while. And so probably not a great place to initiate a big short right here. Like I said, if you've been short, if you caught, if you put a short position on yesterday or 2 days ago when we were a little higher and you're riding it down, then by all means keep it on. But if you're looking to initiate right here, it doesn't seem like, the ideal place to initiate. I think it will work over time because we do have, as I just showed you, 7% contango. But we could get a pop here or there in between, certainly. All right, so as we move into the weekend, I'm just going to hang. I mean, I can see Tesla here just turning around and continuing its rally big time. I mean, I could see it going to 370 here, so I'm a little concerned about my slightly short delta. I'm going to monitor that closely. And Facebook could go right back, it looks like. Here's Facebook. All these, it seems like all these funds and whatnot have Facebook as a big part of them. And as the funds continue to buy, once the selling pressure comes off Facebook, it's likely to continue its march back upward again. So I'm long it, and we'll see what happens. I was talking about gold yesterday. Gold sort of unched. There's not a whole lot going on right now. Nasdaq up 8, E-minis up 2, and Dow futures up 23. So pretty calm out there right now. And we'll see what happens as we head into the weekend right here. Just looking at some tweets here. Maybe we can look at it together. Let's see. It's funny. I was mentioning this before, but like I used to have like 11,000 Twitter followers, and a bunch of them were fake from when I first came on. I think I paid someone $20 for 10,000 followers like years ago, and they all dropped off on one day. So I lost like 9,000 followers in one day. So the people that I have now are actually legitimate followers who really want to be following me and not some fakes. It's kind of funny though. I did notice that Russell Rhodes has left the SIBO. He left the SIBO. He announced that a couple days ago. So best of luck to Russell Rhodes. I hope he'll stay in touch, and we wish him the best moving forward in his latest endeavor. So good luck to Russell. All right. Well, that's about all I have for you right now. So good luck with trading this morning and throughout the day. And I'll give you 2 more seconds of fish so that I don't get that copyright strike.